So the snippets I was talking in reference to the Catholic Church. And I said, what I know about the Catholic Church is, this wasn't my viewpoint, it was the Catholic Church's viewpoint. My viewpoint is separate, but I was speaking on a Catholic radio station, and I said, what I know about the Catholic Church is the Catholic Church probably will never sanction, gay marriage.
He goes on to say and talks about the altar, about how they should be allowed to get married at the altar. Well, what altar is that? Are you talking about the altar in my Catholic Church? Because if you are, Melissa Perry, whatever your name is, that's not going to happen. You're infringing on my religious beliefs. You're trying to bring in your religious beliefs into my religion, and you're trying to make it a law. And I'm tired of it. Is nothing sacred? No, nothing is sacred. Just done with it. Done with it. Not everybody's a hater that believes in their religion, that has a faith in God and believes certain people should be married and certain other people should not be, that's not allowed. And if that means that I'm a hater, then I'm a hater. All right, and I'm Rebecca DeSerio, and I'm back from our break. Thank you for joining me this evening. All right, we're going to go off on a little tangent here because I hate this woman, and I've heard her show is canceled, yet she still is airing shows. That is right. I don't know her whole name. It's Melissa something Perry. Okay. She's over at our favorite station, our favorite channel, MSNBC. They've got all the facts over there, don't they? Oh, yeah. Anyways, over this Thanksgiving holiday, Melissa wanted to expound on what it meant to her, a family. Just what is a family? And she wanted to talk about Jesus, and she wanted to talk about Mary, and didn't want to really talk about it in the way that I really think she should. But anyways, let's listen, just a little take here of her. I know you're going crazy. Sit down, go ahead, get out your bourbon, whatever you need to do. Whenever I play these people, I know, but somebody's got to do it. So here she is.
Family is a small but powerful word that defines an increasingly diverse array of relationships and situations. As a culture, our definition of family has gone through an evolution, albeit a sometimes slow and painful one. So be careful about romanticizing that 1950s Leave It to Beaver family.
Oh, no.
There are families that consist of one man and one woman who are happily married to each other, who have never been married to anyone else, and who are rearing only their biological children, born without any reproductive technology and born after the two adults were legally married.
And that's a shame
that's a great
for
kind
her.
of family.
Yeah,
but
sure.
There are many, many other fantastically loving, wonderful, creative, fulfilling, and healthy ways to make family. Even Jesus was born to an unwed mom and raised by a doting stepfather.
Hello.
Listen, these days, our film and television culture is finally keeping up with the variety that is family. But family is about more than individual choices or cultural practices. It's also about policy. During slavery, men and women had deep bonds of love, attachment, and mutual commitment. But those bonds were not protected by law. And because slaves were considered property, they did not have the right to legally marry in any American colony or state. Because children belonged to the enslavers, men and women were only parents as long as it served the purposes and timetable of the slaveholder. The practice of coverture meant that for most of American history...
Okay, I can't listen to her anymore. Okay, I can't. That's it. Stop it. Why is it that we're always equating this to the civil rights thing? Why? I don't like to get too much into talking like ad nauseum about the gay community. I have friends that are gay, okay? And they know what I believe. They know how I believe and what I believe. And they know I'm a good person. I'm not a hater, okay? I am not a hater. And I shouldn't have to say that anymore, but I do. Excuse me. Did you get the air of her flippancy there when she talked about the 1950s family? I mean, how outdated is that Ozzie and Harriet thing? I mean, she's like, okay, there's some families where there's like a mom and a dad and their biological children, but okay, come on. Get over it already. Move on. It's 2012. I'm just tired of that. I'm just, after the election, I'm just done with being. I wasn't politically correct before, but I don't care anymore. I'm like out there now, I'm tired of the whole gay rights thing, how they're in our face, okay? I don't get it. They can have civil unions. They have that, but then she goes on to say this, and I had to cut her off because I can't hear her mouth anymore. She goes on to say and talks about the altar, about how they should be allowed to get married at the altar. Well, what altar is that? Are you talking about the altar in my Catholic church? Because if you are, Melissa Perry, whatever your name is, that's not going to happen. You're infringing on my religious beliefs. You're trying to bring in your religious beliefs into my religion, and you're trying to make it a law. And I'm tired of it. Is nothing sacred? No, nothing is sacred. Nothing. And if you don't believe like they believe, then you're a hater. You hate gay people. I don't hate anybody. And I'm sick of that woman, and I hope she is canceled. Can you believe she's got like a real life like TV gig? Just done with it. Done with it. Not everybody's a hater that believes in their religion, that has a faith in God and believes certain people should be married and certain other people should not be, that's not allowed. And if that means that I'm a hater, then I'm a hater. You all know me. You know what a hater I am. It just, I'm tired of that. And I even know a few gay people. I mean, I was a nurse. I knew a lot of gay guys. They were nurses. They're good people. Could call them friends. They know what I think. They know I'm for real. They know I'm not a hater. And some of them were cool with it, and some of them weren't. And that's fine. But that doesn't mean you have to keep calling us, these names. But that's how they do their deal. That's how the left is. It's how they've always been, and that's just the way it is. And I accept it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm not. Okay, so we got her. We got her done.
Can you hear me?
I'm joking, by the way.
Did you hear my
yeah.
prayer? Were you able to hear
Yeah,
the
I did. And it was really weird. Isn't it weird that my sound left right when you started
We were
to
just
pray?
talking about that. It was Gypsy.
I know.
Yeah.
The little evil influence. All right. So these accusations against me about being racist and homophobic, I'm going to talk to you about it right now. Okay, where it comes from, what the origin is of it, and I'm going to lay it to rest. Okay. So
Amen.
many years ago, I was I'm a Catholic. I was working for a Catholic radio station. And at the time, these snippets were taken out of context. It was during when, maybe many of you will remember when the gay marriage stuff, where different states were voting on gay marriage, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was a really hot topic at the time. And there had been some gay activists who were defacing. They weren't actually really gay activists. They were posing as gay activists just to kind of like incite people. And they were defacing churches, and they were going into churches, and they were tearing down the altars, and they were videoing themselves having relations on altars and stuff like this. This is many years ago when this happened. And so the snippets I was talking in reference to the Catholic Church. And I said, what I know about the Catholic Church is, this wasn't my viewpoint, it was the Catholic Church's viewpoint. My viewpoint is separate, but I was speaking on a Catholic radio station, and I said, what I know about the Catholic Church is the Catholic Church probably will never sanction, gay marriage. That's what I was talking about. At the time, I was a little heated, as I remember, because right before I started talking about this, they were playing these videos of these people who were pretending to be gay activists. They were just trying to incite things, and they were doing really disgusting things in churches and videoing it and then putting it up on the internet. So that's the origin of me being homophobic. That's the sum total of it. That's it.
Something taken out of context, just like
Totally
Chewy and
taken out of
Rose.
context.
Of course.
Okay.
How dare
Now,
you?
That's it. That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. I've had gay friends. Mitch's best friend in high school was gay. I mean, I'm nothing against gay people. So the other thing about being racist stems from my first husband, who was Hispanic, by the way. My children are Hispanic. I know I've said that, and I know people that are talk about it, go, well, just because you have a Hispanic child or an Asian child doesn't mean you can't be racist. Oh, that's probably true, but I literally am not a racist. So my first husband was a deputy. This is well.
And I think that's why they do it, is they want you to quit. They want you to go away. They want you to shut up. This is why
Yeah.
they're doing it. And we all know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Oh, she totally wanted you canceled, Rose.
Oh, I know, but like, try harder. Try
Exactly.
harder. Try again.
Try harder. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.